I want to make a video for citizens of America. I got this letter from one Ukrainian girl who is left to die on occupied by Russians territory. Her village is under the water, and she started sending me letters 3 days ago, and every day I read the letter and to get people to respond, and I want to read it in English so I get more reaction from the world. I got this 6 hours ago. 6 hours ago she was alive, and then she sent me another part of the letter 3 hours ago, and now I don't know what happened to her. So people who live on the Russian occupied territory cannot leave the territory. They have to stay in their houses, or on top of their houses, or around their houses. So we left our houses. I guess they had a boat, and we got to the closest there's like a place where you could pass the army check-in position. If they let you go, then you're basically free to, move further down away from the floating situation, but you cannot pass. They said that by the way, before you get to this check-in position, you have to avoid lots of mines. So basically civilians have to know which ones are mines, because otherwise they'll blow you up. So you get to the check-in place where the Russian soldiers stand, and so she's saying we are asking them to pass by them, and the soldiers say, show us Russian passports. So they are on Ukraine territory, they occupied Ukraine territory, and they demanding to see Russian passports. If the people do not have Russian passports, then they cannot leave the territory. Women, children cannot leave. Elderly people cannot leave. And the fact that she said even if they had Russian passports, they might have left them in the house, because when the water came, it went so fast. It came so fast, you were not able to get the passport as a first priority. You were just trying to escape the water, maybe getting your animals, or getting your elderlies, or getting your small children on top of the roof. So they had no proof they had Russian passports or not Russian passports. So the military people sent them back, said go back. And the women started crying, and they were really upset. It's like they came to the place where they realized they cannot survive. And 15 minutes later, Russian military started shooting at people, at the boats. It's like to send them away, and they started. So they're terrifying people, because if they don't listen, they just shoot them to death. And there were 2 families with children who got shot, and they were crying. They were asking to be saved, but the people could not save. The stream was so fast, so strong, that they couldn't reach for people and children and save them without rescuing their boats to be turned upside down. So she's saying that I feel so bad because I couldn't help the children. I pray for my forgiveness, so they can forgive me, because I could not save the children. Then she said the water. They looked at the water. If the water was raising up, and it looked like water stopped raising, so they felt little bit encouraged that the water stopped raising. And then on the way back to the home, while they were on the boat, they found a little bottle of water. Time 12:23 p.m. Water is rising again. So after it stopped, it started rising again. We found this half of the fresh water. We found 2 pieces of bread and a little piece of sala, which is like a salty piece of meat, which is salty piece of meat. It makes you more thirsty. So 2 pieces of bread and 1 can and half of the bottle of fresh water. And we've measured distance from the top of the roof to the water. It's only 30 centimeters. So 30 centimeters is this much. This is 30 centimeters. So basically after the 30 centimeters are done, they just go under the water. Entire, how many people, I do not know. So she's saying, I'm very sorry that I reached out to you. I knew that it was a waste of time. I mean, you could not help me because the world is turned away from us and it doesn't want to help or solve the problem. So she's saying, I'd rather have the Ukrainian soldiers leave so they can win the war. I'd rather have volunteers who try to help us win because they cannot save us. I mean, the soldiers are shooting at volunteers too. And we have nothing to lose. We sit on the top of the roofs for already 3 nights. We sleep on top of the roofs for 3 nights. We got sick. There's no medicine. Hot fever. We cannot fight the fever. I only have 3% on my battery.